What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today I wanted to go ahead and review the brand new perk Hunter's Instinct that was put into Black Ops 6 with this recent event drop. Of course, in order to unlock this perk, along with all the other melee weapons, you must go into the armory. For those who don't know what's happening. And again, in order to get into the armory, you have to click on the 4 squares at the top right of your screen, go into challenges, I believe, and then go into the armory section, and then you can actually see the things that you need to check off. And once you check it off, you'll start grinding towards that common goal. But in there, I decided to pick up the perk first and foremost because that's what I've been waiting for a long time. But I have to be real with you guys, I am pretty disappointed with Hunter's Instinct, and I'm going to be telling you guys exactly why, alongside giving you all some more information on how I think this perk can improve and things that they can do to make it more of a choosable perk within the catalog of Black Ops 6. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep, if you guys are interested in more content just like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. And if you guys are interested in my live streams, I do stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, if you guys are interested, I have a link to my Twitch channel down in the description of this video. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and hop into my emotions about this overall perk here and how I think they can improve it, let me tell you what the perk actually does. Basically, every single body or kill that you get within the match, when you go ahead and obtain that kill, on your minimap, it's going to flash in the direction of the next closest enemy. So it doesn't matter if you get a kill up close and personal or across the map. If there's an enemy near you personally, it's going to flash a cone up in that common direction. Now, again, this is pretty useful. I've had some fun moments using this perk, and you'll see in the gameplay, I'm still using it here. You can see, how it functions and what it does. But overall, I just don't think, like I said, it's the best thing possible for this game. First and foremost, the maps are very small within Black Ops 6. So in all reality, this cone feature isn't really that useful. Because 9 times out of 10, when I'm up close and personal and I'm engaging, the last thing that I'm doing is, really heavily staring at my minimap. Of course, I always check my minimap, but to look at it after every single body and try to dictate the direction of where the next enemy is coming, 9 times out of 10 is going to put me in a bad position because I don't even know where that enemy is coming from. It's just telling me the general direction of them. And like I said, usually, if you're a semi-experienced player, you can read spawns because you have some pretty good general map knowledge. And like I literally just said, the maps are extremely small, so it doesn't take rocket science to really tell where the enemies are going to be pushing you from. It's just, if you've been playing Respawn for a long time, this attribute just comes naturally. In all reality, I think this perk is going to shine the most in one life game modes, like Search and Destroy, for example, where it's like a 1v3 situation. You kill a player and you can see where the next one is trying to push you from. That's phenomenal. You can get their general direction. But when you're playing Respawn on maps the sizes that we have in Black Ops 6, you don't really need to see if someone's flanking. I mean, in all reality, not many people are going to flank you, and if they do flank you, it's a complete spawn flip, which you'll be able to tell by simply staring at your minimap, So when I look at this perk, I think to myself, why would I use this over, let's say my usual perk setup? Because I like to rock all blues because of the wall hack ability. Usually I use forward intel, and Hunter's Instinct is in the catalog with forward intel. Again, why would I stray away from being able to see through walls every single time I spawn in to be able to tell the quote-unquote general direction of, where the enemies are spawning from or where my next opponent's going to be pushing me at? And it's not even a guarantee that they're going to be pushing me. And also, it's not a guarantee that it's always going to scan and show me, the general direction. It has to be an enemy near me in order for that ping to come up for me. I just don't know. Initially, I thought this was going to be the counter to all 3 blue perks, but it's not quite there. And again, forward intel not only does it give you a larger minimap so you can see more space, but it also turns the red dots into triangles, so you get directional input on where the enemies are pushing. So again, why would I put on a perk that every single kill I get, it's going to show me the direction of the enemies, when I could just simply expand my minimap, see them shoot their gun, and know exactly where they're at, where they're placing themselves, and, I can kind of dictate their plan from there. Again, I don't want to say that Hunter's Instinct is bad, but I want to say that it's more so directed to players that might need a little extra assistance, People who might not have that map knowledge yet, or people who don't understand how spawns work or how to flank or anything of that sorts, Maybe they'll put that on just to give them a slight bit of an advantage, but it's not going to help you become, a god tier player. It's not going to be that perk that's going to help you drop nukes. It's great for some info, But overall, I think that your best bet is picking forward intel and still running 3 blue perks to give you the advantage of seeing enemies through walls every time you spawn into the match. Now, I will say, if you are a person who loves to run all red perks, then maybe it might be nice, changing out Assassin for this to, give you directional input when you're running and gunning, because obviously if you pick all red, you are probably a very aggressive player. The Homie Learn actually brought this up, and it made me think a little bit about it. Like, yeah, if you are an all red perk player, this will probably be nice, because Assassin, yeah, you'll get some extra XP on certain targets, but at least with Hunter's Instinct, while you're running and gunning and you're up close and personal all the time, you'll still get that directional input. But like I just said previously, when you are in the, excuse my language, but when you're in the shit, bro, and, things are popping off, the last thing you're looking at is the minimap. You are using your ears and your eyes. You're trying to listen for sound to hear if someone is working around you, and you're trying to, gun down the enemies who are literally in front of you as you speak. The last thing you're looking at probably is the minimap. This perk, in my opinion, is better used as a ping system. I'm just going to say it. I think that this perk would be more widely used, and it'll be more of a popular option if it let off a ping every single time an enemy player got killed. Instead of showing you a directional cone to the enemy that is closest to you, it should ping it out. Wherever that guy's dead body is, it will have a slight ping. It doesn't have to be a big ping. It doesn't need to ping half the map. Just a slight ping around the general location of that enemy to show you if there's more people who might push your way, or if that person that you just killed is going to be clear and you can move up a little bit to get ready for your next engagement. And the reason why I say I think this is a better idea for this perk is because, like I said, when you're up close and personal, you're not really paying attention too much. This will allow you to be able to use this perk at all ranges, whether it's close range, medium range, or long range. You'll be able to dictate if there's other enemies circulating that singular opponent, or if it's a free space for you to move up and navigate the map. And in my opinion, that would treat the red category a bit better, because again, the red category, if you're going for all red perks, you are a more aggressive player. You want to push individuals. You want to engage with individuals. But when it's a red cone, you don't know if they're pushing you, if they're being aggressive, if they're playing back, if they're camping in a room, if they're about to round the corner on you. You have no clue. All you get is a cone to show you the direction of where the next enemy is at. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And for me personally, when I'm using this perk, and I'm actually, because I'll be honest, the majority of the time that I had it on, I wasn't even paying attention because, like I said, I'm always zoned into the game itself, so it doesn't even faze me. But when I do hyper-focus into this perk and I actually try to use it, I don't see myself pushing the next engagement. I don't find myself saying, oh, look, he might be flanking me or going around the corner here. Let me push that. I play passive, which is the complete opposite of someone who's using full red. They should be more aggressive. Again, I think if there was a ping system, and again, it doesn't have to be a large ping. I know people stress about that. It could be a very tiny ping just to show if someone's literally standing next to them or a couple of feet to the left or right of them, right? That's all you really need. But that info alone will give me more courage to actually go up and try to engage with the enemies. And an easy counter to this, if that sounds a little too overpowered to you, you could just simply, whoever got pinged, they could just have a warning on their screen saying, hey, you got pinged. Just be aware that the enemy knows, your general location. That's all you have to do. And it will allow the person who did get pinged to play a bit more defensive and set up for a potential attack. Right now, it's the opposite. Like I said, if someone gets pinged, the person who's on the offense isn't going to push it. They don't know where they're at, so they're just going to play passive, wait, and see what happens, when it should be the opposite way around. If you have this perk on, you should want to engage. You should want to run and gun. It should feel like, you're connecting the dots, right? You go for one body, you see the next, you move up to the next body, and it's never a guarantee because people will spread apart and they won't be as close to one another, so you're not always going to be able to take advantage of this perk, but when it does work, you're going to be able to chain a decent amount of kills together, and it will feel phenomenal. But you don't really get to chain them when it comes to how it's currently implemented into Black Ops 6. But ladies and gentlemen, that's really all I have for you guys. I just wanted to share my opinion on the brand new perk within this game, and I want to hear what you guys have to say about it as well. Again, this is all just my personal opinion. People, for some reason, when it comes to this channel, they cannot stand nor fathom the fact that we all have opinions and we all share different things. I don't know why it affects people and it makes them so angry, but all I'm doing is just sharing what I think about this perk. People think massively. There's people who probably love this perk, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say about it down in the comments section. Let me know why you think it's good, why you think it might be bad, and how they can either improve on it, or if you think that it should just stay the exact same way. But again, you guys know my opinion. I think that it should be buffed up a bit to have a ping system that will show red dots, And that will encourage more players to switch it out because, again, I don't know why I would switch out my forward intel, which gives me a bigger minimap and triangles on the map to tell directions of every unsuppressed bullet, for a perk that, again, only shows me the direction of an enemy, not where they're at, what they're doing, not where they're looking. And again, for anybody who says that it's overpowered that you can see that, I mean, compared to forward intel, bro, I literally get an advanced UAV all the time. I mean, what's more overpowered? Being able to ping someone that's literally a step next to another opponent that you killed? Or literally being able to have a bigger minimap and see every single person shooting an unsuppressed weapon and where they're going, what they're looking at, and what they're planning on doing? I don't know. I think that it's pretty balanced, and it could be a good implementation into the game. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 Eastern Time. And if you guys are interested in any of my live streams, I do stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, if you guys are interested, I got a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.